think what I'll do is take a little walk down to the beach, and then I'll do a little walkthrough on 12-Mile Campground. Beautiful campground. I'll kind of go through and show you some of the best sites coming right up. Hard to get in here. You got to get reservations very early. Once you do, it's pretty nice because you're guaranteed you have your spot. You don't have to worry about first come, first serve. So there's the best about both of them. I used to do first come, first serve for years and years here. There's always anxiety to get here and wonder if you have a campsite or not. Now you reserve, you get here, bam, campsite's yours. So let's take a walk around. I'll show you the beach and I'll show you the campground. The campsite I'm at this evening is campsite number 33. It's pretty nice. It's got a few little drawbacks though. One thing I do like, it's got a nice tent pad. Got some privacy from the road itself. The tent pad looks like it would be nice and dry. I like that. I like where the picnic table is. You have a nice fire pit close by. That's pretty cool. So I like that about it. And behind you is nothing but the ancient sand dune that goes way up high. So you got all kind of privacy and quiet behind you. The drawback is you almost have to park right on the road itself. Now, if you got a 2004 Pontiac Montana like I've got with an entrance door on both sides, it's pretty nice because I just slide this one open, come in and out. The other side I just keep closed. Works pretty good. It's always nice, I think, to be able to pull your vehicle in off the road just a little bit. But I'm parked here, but there's not a lot of room out here where the road goes by. It's not like it's a lot of traffic on this road, but still, you're right on the road. Okay, let's take a walk around. This is the back pathway right here to the west side. So you would be away from the water and you'd be kind of sheltered from the elements back here. Looks like a pretty nice site right here. This is number 36. And you can see what I'm talking about. You can actually pull your vehicle on back off the road. Got a nice place for your tent, picnic table, fire pit, pretty good. Number 36. Okay, we come right on around the corner here, and here's another nice one. Nice area to pull back into. This is number 37. 37 on the west loop. 37 on the west loop. Pretty nice. So you can see, you can pull your vehicle. What I like about 12 miles, most of the time you have a lot of privacy in between you and the campsite next to you. And believe you me, not all campsites are like that when you travel around. So this is pretty nice. This one here, you'd have access to the bathroom right across the street. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing. All up to you. People going down to watch the sunset. Kind of a tradition here. I found this to be kind of crazy. I've got campsite number reserved for Sunday for 10 days. And I brought my Gazelle tent with me, which are a pretty rare tent. Pretty nice, one of the best ones on the market. But I thought I'd take a walk down here. Son of a gun. I can't believe it. This is occupied with a Gazelle tent. Son of a gun. Well, there you go. 6. That's a nice campsite right there. That's the one I went through a gale with. Gale force winds. Survived it on that campsite right there, and ever since then, that's been my campsite. I love that campsite. I feel like that campsite kind of protects me somehow. I'll show you why I like these campsites. Let's walk down to the water. Boy, the pine needles have just spread their carpet so nicely. That's a little bit unusual. I don't think I've ever seen the pine needles falling like this. But this is 2 weeks later. I've never been here this late. in the season. Here we go. Lake Superior. Wow. Folks, if you've never been to Lake Superior, you don't know what you're missing. If you're an outdoor person, rarely does it get prettier than this right here. Look at that. That is so gorgeous. And it is like this all the way down the beach, as far as you can see. Yep. This is a place to visit. Put it on your list. It is gorgeous. Even the clouds are always beautiful here. Just stunning. Yeah. This is why I like to come here. 12Mile Beach. This is 12Mile Beach and this is 12Mile Campground. It's in the Picture Rocks National Lakeshore. Just gorgeous. As beautiful as anywhere in America. You have your mountains, you have your canyons, you have your rivers, your forest, but here you have the largest freshwater lake in the entire world. Lake Superior. Just one thing you can say is I love it here. Now beyond that cloud bank out there, that would be Canada, our northern neighbors. I'm going to go ahead and walk on up here. We'll take a look at a few more campsites. The east end I kind of call Hurricane Alley. If you're camping over there and the wind comes up, you better have a four-season tent strapped down, an awful good camper, or you better get out of Dodge, because when it picks up, it'll flat blow you away over there. That's campsite number 19. That is beautiful as you get. And the nice thing about the west side campsites are you have this berm. And that berm right there, that hill that goes up before you start dropping down to the beach, that is what saved me before here big time. Much with the amphitheater these days. I think the COVID-19 and the virus had a lot to do with that. They kind of just stopped doing little shows. Maybe this year they picked up on it again. Okay, so now we're getting ready to enter Camp Host Station and the east side of the campground. So let's go over here for just a second here and see. Oh, every day they post the weather, what it's going to be, and new arrivals. Number 33, LAF 5249, 1016. Pretty nice. 17, camping reservations for the host. Host registration info here. Okay, that was Bonnie. And she's the camp host, and she's been the camp host here for several years, and it sounds like she is coming back next year. And I tell you what, 12Mile Beach needs Bonnie. I call her the sheriff. Because let's put it this way, you don't mess around. You don't mess around with your reservations or anything with Bonnie. She's tough as nails. I think she said she used to be in the military. She keeps everything in good shape out here. Okay, let's walk on down here to the east side and see what we got going on. Big thing to remember if you're coming, reservations are required. There's no getting around it, so you got to make your reservations. Down here to the east, the last 12 or so campsites, you can see that you are wide open to any wind. There's no berm, there's no area that'll block the wind. When it comes up that dune right there, it'll blast. And I have seen campsites just blown to pieces over here on the east side. When that wind comes up, it is fierce. But this is the main part of the campground. Once again, you got your nice bear-proof trash cans right here. The ancient sand dune behind. Here's number 7 right here. And I have stayed on it. You have beautiful views, large area to pull in. You can pull in a pretty good sized camper right there. But if the storms come up and the wind picks up, which it does on Lake Superior, now all your bathrooms are vault toilets. They do have running water, but I always bring my own water. But they say this water here is safe to drink if you wanted to try it out. But this one behind me is like 3 or 4 years old. They keep them spotless. Every day they have somebody come by, clean them up, make sure they have all the toilet paper and everything in there. Pretty nice setup. They really take pride in their campgrounds up here in Michigan. Now, I think this is one site that is never reserved. Well, I take that back. It does have reserved. This was usually left for anyone that comes in with a handicap, so they always have a site. But it looks like to me this year they went ahead and they are reserving it out. Campsite number 2. And now, once you leave campsite number 2, you have a large area here. They actually have steps to the beach. You have campsite number 1 sits down here all by itself. I've stayed at number 1. It is beautiful, it is gorgeous, and it is secluded. It's about the most secluded campsite in the whole campground. Numero uno. Campsite numero uno. Large area to pull back in, and you can see now here, well, I guess they've got the pad built up. I was going to say here you'd have to worry about some water gathering around the picnic table, washing it out. But they've got the pad built up pretty nice. Some rules and regulations here. But the reason I kind of like number 1 is because you have this berm. And this berm right here is what saves you. Because when the gale force winds come up, this right here, although it does have this little cutout right here, which will let that wind, that would be like a tornado going sideways through there. Maybe a torrent river of wind is what that would be coming through there. Pretty nice little site, and you are secluded, as you can see. Okay, so that's your tour of 12-Mile Beach Campground. Remember to get your reservations early because it is almost impossible. Once the season gets in full swing, you may have somebody cancel. Once the season's in full swing, everything books up pretty solid. So for number 1, this would be your view. I've always liked the view from up here. Me and Mrs. Melissa, we love to go like to the Gulf Shores, and we'll get a condo on the Gulf Shores, and I always get it like on the 6th floor where I love to sit up high and just look out there on the ocean. Especially someplace like that, if it's busy, you're kind of looking over all the people way out there onto the water. I would imagine these stairs here have been torn up a numerous amount of times, and they just keep putting them back together. And I'll leave you with that and a beautiful, beautiful sunset tonight. It's October 15th, 2021. Onward we go. I don't believe this is gale force wind today. Woo! I tell you what, she's kicking up pretty good. Yeah, you decide to come to Lake Superior and camp in October, especially late October, this is what you're going to get right here. It's a lot of fun. It's a great adventure. But you got to be prepared for it, or you will get blown away. Your whole tent, camper, everything destroyed. yeah! Good to have an adventure.